I ain't gotta fend myself off. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. What's up? Welcome to My Black Self, the podcast. Um, this week I am living in my truth. There are a couple things that have been passed down from my grandmother. This is one of them. Okay, so I'm gonna represent for the ladies who wear the batas and the all the other shit around the house. For the men who wear them as well, men, we can wear this around the house. This is when you're most comfortable. You got no drawers on. It's just a beautiful thing. So shout out to my grandmother. There's a couple of things I want to discuss. This is the check-in because I haven't checked in with y'all in a minute. There's been a lot going on, but not a lot going on at the same time. You know how you got a lot of shit going on, but it ain't nothing going on? Right here. Y'all know from the funeral, the Black Experience Funeral Podcast, part 1 and 2, that my father's mother passed. We call her Grandma Gaddison. I used to spend summers with her in Hartsville, South Carolina, when I was a kid just growing up. That's where I would catch my bugs. That is where I would eat the best fruit. That is just where I got my nature, where I was getting my nature vibe. And I believe that's also how I became like so infatuated with animals, mainly reptiles down there though. Like the cows were mooing, the pigs were oinking, and the lizards were lizarding, and the spiders were this size and beautiful. I remember as a kid, there's this story that I obviously don't remember, but I was catching frogs and bringing them back to Connecticut every time we went down, but I was putting them in the mason jar without holes. Now, this only happened once. So, my grandmother got a bunch of mason jars. Now, for anybody who got a grandma from the South, y'all know that she was making preservatives. She was preserving them fruits, and we had jelly and all the greatness. So she would take some of her jars and poke holes in the tops for me. So when it was time to bring an animal back, or when I caught an animal down there, like frogs, toads, whatever it was, that it would survive. I think I'm responsible for the June bugs that are up here. I'm just saying, because I brought a few up here. If you don't know what June bugs are, you definitely need to look it up. It's a beautiful bug. Honestly, I don't even know if that's the correct name for it. Clearly, they come out in June. So we did that, said goodbye to her. And what else have I been up to? I've been up to stuff that I cannot mention. But I can say that this is my relocation year. To where? I don't know. But this is the year of relocation. You know, deep down inside, I would love to live in Brooklyn. But that's not my path because Brooklyn is too high. But if I found a good apartment, I will move to Brooklyn. Hands down. I'm moving to Brooklyn tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. But, it could be the East Coast, the West Coast, the South, the Midwest. I don't know. I just feel like this is a really beautiful time in my life where I have the opportunity to leave. And I'm ready to go. So, stay tuned. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Let me take a look at my notes because, every now and again I have notes. Every now and again I am organized. Let's see. Y'all, I got some crazy notes in here. Like, there's a podcast that is coming real soon, and it's just, whew. Jesus Christ. DL for the dick. Now, I know we've talked about Down Low Brothers, but this is not a conversation that I can have with just myself. So I'm just going to mention it. Are y'all familiar with lesbians being DL for the dick. We're not even gonna touch on that, but just put that in your mind. Women be DL for the dick. I was talking to a friend. Yes, I'm not gonna tell you who, but I was talking to a friend, and this friend knows me really well, which is a beautiful fucking thing. And they were like, they sent me somebody's profile, and they were like, "Would you date him?" And I scrolled through, and I was like, now the brother is successful, has his shit together, got some things going on for himself. But I just was like, And I'm gonna tell y'all why I said before I tell y'all why he knows, or before I tell y'all what he said. I was just scrolling through, and I was like, this is fucked up. This nigga got no hair on his chest, right? These are those things that we do that make sense, right? We like what we like. This nigga has he worked through his trauma? Like, has he done the self-care? Has he done the self-work? I need to feel the kumbaya spirit coming off a nigga. Like, you can have everything in the fucking world, but if you ain't done the self... Now, I don't know if he has not done the self-work. I'm just saying from looking, from being on the outside looking in, right? I'm in the window like, And this is me guessing. It may be a fucking trauma response. I don't think it is, but just to put that out there so you motherfuckers don't judge me. Which y'all gonna do anyway. And I don't know why I said that, because I don't give a fuck if y'all judge me. But he just was like too put together. And I'm not saying give me the hood, nigga. Give me the low down dirty shame, bruh. I'm just saying that well put together, and I am this and I am that, and this is I'm not that dude, and I don't really think I want to be with anybody like that. Not necessarily like center of attention, but just got it going on. He was a beautiful man, but he just did not attract me. So I was talking to my friend, and they were like, I was like, why you send me that person? And they were like, he's too polished for you. I know you won't date him. I just ended up sending it. Just because this is just what friends do. Like, hey, would you be interested in this person? Hey, would you be interested in this? So that's just what they do. And like, maybe you could have been. Maybe I could have been wrong. But they were like, yeah, I know that person is too polished for you. Like, you need this nigga to be playing Erykah Badu in the background. And I was like, yo, you know me so fucking well. If I can't smell the sage coming off of your body, I don't want to be involved. Like, I'm all set. But kudos to you. We probably would be great friends if it came that way. But you never know. You never know. But as of right now, the too polished look is just not for me. Like, I don't think I could do a nigga in a suit and tie. I need some ruggedness, like nature-y vibes. Like, I need you to be ready to run and jump and go on this nature trail too. Shit. Goddamn. You want to be too clean. Shit, because I could get dressed up and go walk through the goddamn woods in a whole dressed up and not give a fuck. So I need my dude to be the same. I would prefer it that way. Y'all know I typically be doing hookah during my little sessions, but I ran out of shisha last night. I ran out of shisha last night, so I gotta get some today. Cause I definitely be doing hookah all the fucking time. There's a trash can bandit on my block. Like, I don't know if the trash people took my trash cans, and we still ain't get no new ones yet. I'm waiting for them to show up. But there's a trash can bandit. Like every week there is a new item of trash in front of my house. Like a couple weeks ago, it was a baby carriage, like the little car seat thing. Nobody over here got no kids. Now I live in a 3-family home. There's a little girl on the first floor. I ain't got no kids. And the person upstairs ain't got no kids. And so that happened. We reported that shit. And there was like this bed headboard laying on our fence. So I'm thinking the shit over. We missing trash cans. I'm like, okay, we good in the clear. I go outside the other morning. There's a fucking bag of leaves in front of the house. I said, yo, somebody is fucking with us. So whoever the trash can bandit is in Hartford, you need to show yourself. You need to fucking show yourself, because I'm trying to figure out. I am mind blown that there's a trash can bandit. There's a trash bandit on our block. Has anyone ever experienced this? I need to know, because there's really a trash bandit. But why our house specifically? Like, I don't have no beef, because I don't do shit. Don't nobody see me. You see me come in, you see me go. Like, I don't know. It's weird, y'all. That's weird. So that was in my notes to talk about my trash can bandit. Because if this comes across, I got to make sure I tag Hartford in this. Because I got a trash can bandit. And I don't have no cameras. Well, I shouldn't tell you I ain't got no cameras. But I need some cameras in the front. So I be watching Don't Call Me White Girl podcast. Fucking Mona Dixon. I think I told y'all why I like her before, but she reminds me of a hood bitch that I grew up with. Like, she remind me of that bitch that you went to school with and you ain't have money for lunch and she would steal your lunch. And be like, here, you want that beef patty, right? Here you go. Nigga, I got you. Like, she is that type of bitch. And not bitch, woman. She is that type of girl. Like, she just give me those vibes. And she also reminds me of my sister that passed, y'all. Just with her, like, her mannerisms and the way she speak and just how she always gonna be hood. That's always gonna be in her. That ain't going nowhere. Like, that is in her for life. And I fucking love it. I fucking love that shit. Like, I was listening, I don't remember the name of the episode, but she was talking last night about how certain people feel entitled to win certain things. And she was basically saying how she's not entitled. She's doing her thing. She in her own lane. And she is not as polished to expect certain things. Like, she wouldn't expect to be in certain spaces. For instance, like what I say all the time. Like, I don't know if I will become that big, because I'm not polishing too much. Like, I'm polished just enough. But, like, I like my niggas. I like hood shit, and I like my black people, and I love my culture. Like, I don't know what it would mean to dumb shit down. I just don't know, and I don't believe I have that in me. So I'm just gonna stick to what the fuck I know. Of course, it's great to go outside the box and think outside the box and blah, 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 fucking blah. But at the end of the day, this is me. Like, I'm a whole nigga. Like, I be showing y'all parts of me so y'all can really get to see, like, who the fuck I really am. Or at least who the fuck I really want to show y'all. Because, you know, you can't show everything. But, like, for instance, if I was an artist and if I was singing my ass off, I would not expect to have a Grammy. Also, they mentioned, like, they were like, Grammys don't even, like, award shows don't even mean what they mean now. Like, I would expect the culture awards, like, give me a Neo Soul Award, give me an NAACP, that type of thing. I wouldn't be out here reaching for certain awards that the people, that the people did not come up with. Like, I would rather be recognized within my community versus a community we trying to fight to get space in. Like, I'm all set with that. So, but she also talked about her favorite chips as a child, and I don't remember what the fuck they was because I also fell asleep in the middle of all of this. But I wrote it down in my notes to talk about my favorite chips as a child. And my motherfucking favorite chips as a motherfucking child were I am bleeping all of that out because that was so unnecessary of me to say all of those bad words. But my favorite chips was Wise, the barbecue ones, that yellow bag with the honeycomb on it. It's like a golden yellow. Like, Jesus. And they went good with a beef patty with cheese. I didn't do the cocoa bread. I wasn't a cocoa bread fan. I didn't understand why we needed so much bread on this bread. Like, we got a breaded sandwich, and now it was a lot. So I didn't do the cocoa bread. But walking to the dollar store, going to get them chips for 25 cents. You going to the dollar store with $1.50 motherfucking cents because your beef patty is $1 plus 25 cents if you want to add cheese, plus 25 cents if you get the small bag of them chips. If you want the big bag, they was 50 cents, I believe. So yeah, those was my favorite chips as a child. What's your favorite chips as a child? Like, we all have those beautiful moments that remind us. Like, every time I buy a bag of those, because they be $2 in Walmart, the bag this size, this size, it reminds me of childhood. It reminds me of family, friends, good times, bad times. It reminds me of being scared to walk to the corner store because the niggas would kind of make comments at me and call me gay. But it reminds me of those times where I would meet friends at the corner store, when I would ride my bike to the corner store, or like when I would go to the corner store and get my grandmother a carton of eggs because we ain't had no eggs in the house, and get some milk. So as an adult, that is why it's not necessarily the flavor of the chips anymore. It is what the chips represent and how well they go with a cold cut. I also went to a live podcast recording, and it's the How Did I Get Here or How Did We Get Here podcast. It's these dudes, they do it here in Hartford. It was pretty interesting. I had never been to a live podcast recording, and it was actually pretty dope. And I'm snooping around trying to see what they're using, how they're using it. So I got some ideas. But I wanted to talk about one thing. The conversation was really good. I didn't post anything yet. I did get up and y'all know my ass got up and said something. I always got something. I be sitting down boiling sometimes. Like, I need to talk. They were talking about one thing. They asked a question, and there was something I wanted to say, so I'm going to say it to y'all. They asked a question: how would you feel if your baby daddy bought his baby mother, let me bring it back. How would you feel if you were in a relationship with a man and he bought his baby mother a gift for Valentine's Day? Some women were like, no. And some were like, yes, that's fine. And then some were like, it depends on the gift. And then some said, you can't get no roses or nothing like that, or no flowers. And I'm thinking, well, that's all Valentine's Day is flowers. That's the easy way out. And then some people were like, they spoke on how being in that situation as a child, how you learn to give gifts. And I was boiling because I wanted to say, this is not about the old relationship or the new current relationship. This is about the child. This is about showing that mommy and daddy are still okay. This is about seeing how you treat somebody when you are no longer with them. This is about showing your child how your dad treats his mom. And the importance of getting her a gift and acknowledging her and showing that respect, so your child can see that this is how you treat a woman. This is how you treat a human being. And that's what I wanted to say. It's deeper than what the gift is, how much the gift costs, how you learn how to give gifts. It is deeper than that. It is strictly showing a child how you respond, how you respect, and how you be a freaking adult. So So that is what I wanted to say on that. How would y'all feel on that? Like, how would y'all feel? And then there was another situation. They spoke on apologies. Now, I'm just going to go into, how do you apologize? Like, can you still apologize and be wrong? Can you still apologize and be right? Can you set your pride aside? Blah, 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 blah. So for me, I'm just going to straight up tell y'all how I expect an apology to go. You say you do me wrong, or no, say you did something that rubbed me the wrong way. First off, I'm going to acknowledge that, and I'm going to say, hey, you know, what just happened, I'm not okay with. And it's not about doing it now or later. It's about your presentation. It's about, hey, let me, while we're at dinner, I just want to let you know that I didn't like what you said in the car on the way here. And let's dissect that. I'm going to tell you why I didn't like it, and I'm going to tell you how it made me feel. And then you have no choice but to understand and break that down. Like, people don't know how to apologize. There ain't no, I know you mad, but I know I must have been wrong, but let's just move past it. No. We're not just going to move past this. We're going to talk about it because you need to know how it made me feel. You also need to know how it made me feel towards you. And you need to know potentially how it could make me feel tomorrow. And also, I need to know how you felt, why you felt that way, and why you did that way. And why did you think that was going to be okay to say to me? Like, we really need to break this shit down so an apology can be somewhat more of an understanding. Like, you need to understand how you make me feel and how you made me feel. And that this may make me feel a way towards you tomorrow and the following weeks. Like, there ain't no, I guess I was wrong. No. I want you to be able to comprehend why you may have been wrong or why this made me feel a type of way. And I'm going to do the same. If I do something to you that you did not like, I want to know how it made you feel in that moment. I want to know how you feel currently. And I'm going to tell you how I felt as to why I expressed things that way. And also, I am going to ask you, how could I have said it better? Because this is a learning situation. We are learning each other. So we need to learn how to speak to each other. We need to learn how to apologize to each other. We need to learn each other. That's just that. I just wanted to touch on those because those are conversations that were brought up during the live podcast, but those are very important conversations, and these are ongoing conversations. So if you're in a relationship, if you're in a new relationship, you're just starting out, whatever, make sure that you take the time to understand why someone else thinks you're wrong. Take the time to dissect. Break the shit down in your head. All right, he feel this way, she feel this way, they feel this way. Let me break this shit down. Let me listen to them as to why they feel this way. And if you're dealing with somebody that don't know how to communicate their frustrations, then I honestly don't know what to tell you. That person needs therapy, or they need to work on that. Or y'all need to come to some type of, they need to write a note to you or something, but there needs to be an understanding. We cannot go into tomorrow not understanding what happened today. We're not doing that. Not at all. And I always say to people, like, my last relationship was one of the best relationships I've ever been in. And I say that because the communication and the way this brother taught me how to communicate and learn my own feelings. Now you got to communicate with me if you're trying to come up in this castle. So communicate with your partner. I mean, we can also discuss like best ways of communication. Like, I'm here for y'all. I'm here to hold y'all the fuck down. Okay? So if we need to discuss how to communicate, if we need to discuss how to apologize, if we need to discuss the shit that I've been through, let's do it. What's up? If you need to come on the podcast, come on the podcast. What's up? Y'all, thank you for listening to my Black Self, the podcast. Don't call me white girl. I hope you listen to this episode because I definitely do support you. Not saying that you have to support me. I'm just talking shit in this moment. Excuse me. But definitely spread love. Continue to freaking spread love. Y'all have a blessed day. I love you.